If you engage in unhappiness and negative emotions, I'm going to tell you how you're harming the planet and harming others. If you don't know me, my name is Tracy, and I do past life regression, in between life regression, and higher self hypnosis to help my clients get answers to every question they have about their lives. I'm also a huge reader. One of the books that I'm currently geeking out on is called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It takes a lot of the things that I know and that I've studied and puts it in a really succinct form on why we need to focus on being in the present moment. And it goes way beyond anything I could have imagined I would have gotten from this book. I'm going to read a little bit to you from his book because this is really powerful and something you probably didn't think of. He says, your unhappiness is polluting not only your inner being and those around you, but also the collective human psyche of which you are an inseparable part. The pollution of the planet is only an outward reflection of an inner psychic pollution. Millions of unconscious individuals not taking responsibility for their inner space. He goes on to say, unhappiness spreads more easily than a physical disease. Through the law of resonance, it triggers and feeds latent negativity in others, unless they're immune to it. That is, unless they are highly conscious beings. That means unless they are really watching their thoughts. So then he says, are you polluting the world or cleaning up the mess? You are responsible for your inner space, nobody else, just as you are responsible for the planet. As within, so without. If humans clear the inner pollution, they will also cease to create outer pollution. So how do you drop this negativity? Eckhart Tolle says, by just dropping it. He said you need to recognize that you don't want to suffer the pain or carry the burden anymore, and you just have to let go of it. Refuse to carry it. Refuse to indulge in low frequency emotions. He says deep unconsciousness, that means not being aware of your thoughts, such as the pain body or other deep pains that you have, such as the loss of a loved one, usually needs to be transmuted through acceptance, combined with the light of your presence. And you need to focus your sustained attention on it. In other words, it's not just a one-time thing. You have to constantly watch your thoughts and work on this. I have other videos out here that talk about things you can do to increase your frequency, to get out of the negative state, to bring your mood and your emotions into a higher frequency. But really the best one is just deciding, wait, hold on, I'm refusing to engage in these low frequency thoughts, unhappy thoughts, and I'm choosing right now to only think good thoughts. And the best way that I find to do this is to just focus on gratitude. Look at any little thing in my life that I can possibly be grateful for. And then I focus on that and really get into the emotion and the feeling of the gratitude. Because as we all know, when we start to think low frequency, negative, unhappy thoughts, they just tend to draw more unhappy thoughts to it. But if you focus on the things that you're grateful for, that will also be like a magnet and draw other thoughts of things that you can also be grateful for. Here's an example in my own life. I lost my daughter when she was 5 months old. I had a bond with her like I didn't have with any of my other children. But instead of just focusing on the loss and not having her around anymore, I always try to bring my thoughts around to the blessed, amazing, happy times I did have with her, even though it was only 5 short months. And the fact that I would rather have had her in my life and loved her than not have had her at all. Does it take away all the pain? Of course it doesn't. But does it shift my thoughts and my energy and my mood to a higher frequency? It does. Does it cause me to add less pollution or more pollution to the environment? I would say less pollution. And I've said this before, that when we carry around unhappiness and low frequency emotions, those are vibrating in our bodies at a low frequency, and it can affect our organs and eventually cause sickness and disease. So as you work continuously to watch your thoughts, to bring them to a higher level, you're going to improve your health also. And what Eckhart Tolle says, you're going to pollute the planet a lot less and even work on cleaning it up. And because he said unhappiness spreads more than a physical disease, you won't be spreading that unhappiness to others. So when we put this kind of attention on our thoughts and bring them to higher frequency place, we're not only helping ourselves and our physical and emotional health, we're helping the planet and we're helping others. So I don't know about you, but I'm making a habit to focus on gratitude, to focus on love anytime unhappy, sad, or low frequency emotions start to creep into my mind.